It's a sunny day, but it's still chilly. Actually, tomorrow I think it's going to be warmer. I think like in the 60s, maybe even 70. I forget what they're talking about. That's Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I don't know if we're going to see somebody at just our son's house, and maybe for just a drive-by to do that. Penny Hoarder Daily, thank you for extra time, extra money, and annual gift to guide. Actually, what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I hope, have a free report for you on how to find missing money in the government. So come back tomorrow, and I'm going to give you a free download report. Actually, this is actually what you could use for gifts, and I'm going to cover that tomorrow. I'll use government missing money that people have, millions and millions and tens of millions of people have money sitting in government offices. I got a whole big list of those offices that I'll share that list with you for free, whether you're a member or not. Members always get it all for free. But here, tomorrow I'll put that in the description. But what I want to talk about today is, when do you stop looking for that magic COVID grant you think that is out there for you? I mean, you may be right, you may be wrong. And that's a tough call. I'm sure that's a different call for all of us. All of us have, oh, by the way, this is the National Gallery of Art. It's really nice. It's either on this street, it faces, this is the back, I think, faces the mall. On the front, it's, I forget what is that, Constitution Ave or Independence Ave. I get those two confused. But that's it. This is, the Capitol Hill is up that way, and Washington Monument down that way. You see that? But that's, you know, when do you give up looking? It gets frustrating, and it's easy to give up when you get beat up every day for not looking. And that's why I hope Let's Go Help. We continue to get, almost every day somebody calls up and, you know, is so happy they found stuff that they never thought they would find and things like that. But there's no guarantee that you're going to find it. At times, you know, 6 months ago it was easy because they were all federal programs. And when they first came out, so they were everywhere and everybody was good in line. But now it's more local, and you have to dig harder, work hard at it. And I think one of the things you give up is when you run out of options. And that's what I try doing Let's Go Help. Keep giving you options to look for, because there's no easy way. There's not a single place that you could call and look, and everybody who calls and is eligible gets it. That's it. So many of the stuff now is almost everybody who calls is eligible because everybody's hurting. And that's the important thing, is that you keep trying. And I think the other thing about trying is that you have to use the current sources that are not even giving money anymore because they ran out of money. You use them as sources of additional possibilities. See, what you're looking for are possibilities. You know, that's the only thing I really give out. I can't give out guarantees. It's really possibilities. And so as long as you have possibilities, you're still in the game. It's the same way with getting a job or getting a mate or anything like that. You have to have potential. Yeah, they're hiring today. Are they going to hire you? You don't know. And you don't know until you start knocking on their door to ask. So it's the same way like this. And that's why most of the sources I give are the people who are in that business to help. I just did a video I didn't put up today about nonprofits. They're another group that you should contact. Whether they have stuff for you or not, that doesn't matter. They're in the business of helping people who need financial assistance. So all these nonprofits that help people with financial assistance may not have programs that are active right now, but they know of other people who might. See, they're the best people to contact to learn about other people who might have programs that you could use. Because you and I sitting here, I don't know, it's all, see, most of this that's happening now is local. You know, Washington, D.C. just came up with another, like, $100 million to give out for entrepreneurs who are struggling. $180 million just started, actually it's gonna not accept applications for a few more days in, like, I think the 5th of December. But who would have thought? You don't know about those things. That's why you have to scour those. And that's why another way to do that is set up as many Google alerts as you can. I mean, have a dozen of them or whatever, all the things you can see, and then look at those every day to see what they're picking up. Then maybe you want to add, you want to subtract, or whatever. So if you just put grants, you may get overloaded. So other things, there's things like relief, COVID relief, government assistance, things like that are also keywords, to use on this. And that's why it's important, to keep at it. Now, the other thing I think that is very important is if you have is the grant, I mean, the what do you call it? The alerts will tell you about new stuff, because new stuff is going to happen. It's just when. Is it going to be this month, next month, or January, or whenever? They're going to have. We're just in too much deep trouble now to not have something new. And so they are going to have a new stimulus package. What it is and how it is and when it is to be determined. The other thing you can do is start looking for income. Okay, and income from home. Anybody can start a business at home. Actually, just create income. You don't have to start a business. You could do work from home, part-time, full-time, just 1 hour today. It doesn't matter. Just earning some extra income. That's why I like the immigrant image. People come to this country with no skills and no contacts or whatever, and just ask for work. Hey, are you hiring today? You needed something done or whatever. There's so many platforms for that. If you go to Indeed, I think it's gigs.indeed.com, you'll see them hiring all over the country. Put in your zip code, and there's separate platforms that I'll talk about later that do this. I forget the names of them. I'm trying to remember the names of the people in my immediate family for me to remember a website that does this. But if you put gig work platforms, there's a whole bunch of good new ones out there, even some of them that are free training on how to do that, but you don't need much training. You just need training. Fill out a form, see if you get a job. If not, you fill out a form in another place to get a job. Some require background checks, some don't require background checks. All the various kinds of things that are, if you go on YouTube and put like the best gig jobs, you'll learn about them also there. There's some interesting people that are not hucksters and salesmen, that are legitimate people just trying to educate things about things. Sale hair products. I know you could sell it. I've been doing my own hair for since February, I guess. Yeah, I get one of those razors with a beard trimmer on it. So I do number 1 or number 3 all the way up to here. Then I just go like that and skim off the top and do my eyebrows. Man, it's a lot better than, I hate sitting in like at the dentist or at the barber or something. I just get too bored doing that, and that's why I love doing it myself. But this gig economy, call up your local career one-stop. Tell them you're looking for just freelance work. That's where you want to be, is a freelance. San Francisco has a free course on doing freelance work. So you put San Francisco, how to be a freelancer, maybe you'll find it. I'll try to remember to put it in the description when I get home later today in about an hour or so. I'm about, let's see, I did about 4, almost close to 5, and I got about 3 more miles after that. So that's about 6 more miles. I know, about 4 more miles I gotta do. And I walked that. Boy, that's the nicest thing I do. I mean, I'm out for 2 hours or so on a brisk walk. It's like going skiing in this kind of weather. And you're moving and creating energy, which is fun. Sometimes I listen to something, sometimes I don't. I just let my mind drift. I don't do meditation, but it's nice to clear out the mind. What are you going to do tomorrow? What's the important things for you to do in your life? I mean, you wake up every day with a million things to do. To me, what I try to wake up today is what's the most important thing for me to do today? And that's what we all have. We live in pretty comfortable lives in a way. At least a lot of us do, and so it's choosing the most important thing to do today. That's important, particularly if you're looking for a job, you're trying to do something. You have a million things. You could go to Google and find a million things that supposedly will maybe get you forward, but you can't do them all. So you have to think about the most important things. If it's getting income, then you look for sources of income. Don't worry about your business card or what you're gonna wear or any of that kind of stuff. You have to focus all your energy on the most important thing. That's why I see in running a small business, there's a million things I could do. And I work on my accounting, right? And that's important. Yes, you talk to an accountant, they'll tell you, boy, you're gonna die if you don't. Yeah, that's true, but if you don't have a customer, accounting doesn't matter. So the important thing of doing anything, I think, is getting a customer, getting somebody's going to give you money. That's what you have to keep learning. That's what you have to keep doing. And so that's why if you're going to rely on grants, then you have to keep looking for additional sources of grants. And then when you find an additional possibility and it turns to be no, then you ask them for more additional possibilities, because they're in the best place to know. If it's trying to get income, then you have two things. You're looking for people who are hiring, but to me, there's so much of that on platforms. You don't have to do that with individuals that are hiring. You have to sign up on different platforms. I want to wish you a happy and healthy Thanksgiving, for you do learn a lot. Well, thank you. That's wonderful. I'm doing something I enjoy doing, and it helps people. Boy, there is nothing better to do than that, I think, in life. And that's why I want to help other people do that. There's something you like to do, and then you could work at finding out how to make money at it. And the way to do that is to start doing it for free. Don't just think people want what you have. Let's see if you can give it away for free first. And then if you start getting good feedback like that, okay, like you make cookies, okay, go out and go on the street corner and give your cookies away for free, and see what happens. Oh, somebody said, I'm still withdrawing money and they cancel the subscription. I screw up like that. I've been known to do that. If that happens to you as a member, just go into the discussion and say, hey, we'll refund any money. That's not an issue with that. I go for walks too. Good for you, Jose. Lord, yes. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of life we have control over. There's a lot of life we don't have control over, But I think what we do have control over is energy, and how much energy we're going to put into something, and keep your ears attuned to hear your feedback. And if that feedback is negative and you tried it enough, then try another avenue and put the energy there and listen to feedback. So that's what's neat about, you could go on and do a video like me. Say you have the best cookies in the world, okay? And you'll send them to the first 10 people who want to try them, okay? And you do it, you mouth water your cookies and dribble all over your mouth with cookie crumbs to see who writes to you, emails you, for you to send a package of cookies, okay? Now, you don't know if there's health conscious with that. No, you do. You put them in a little baggie, and you send them and see what they say. What the hell? At least you're getting feedback. You go down to the mall or whatever, put on a mask and have little bags of cookies, and you say, you just want people to sample your cookies and see what they say. That way you're getting feedback. You're finding out what people think about your cookies. Don't go to a marketing expert who will tell you how to spend $100,000 to market cookies. You don't give a shit about that because you don't have $100,000. And if someone give it to you, you don't know how to spend it anyway. So what you have to do is go out and see what people think about cookies. So you go out and just put your ass out in the corner with your cookies and see what people say. And you take that data and do something next time. If that doesn't make you $1 million, it probably won't, but it's going to give you better information about anything you want to know about what you want to do than any expert is going to give you, because there are people who eat cookies, they're going to try your cookies and either spit them out at you or say, yeah, I'd pay $1,000 for those cookies. That's the way to market. That's the way to sell. That's what I mean about being an immigrant when you're looking to start a business. Do what an immigrant to do. And that's how to get the feedback you need. And when that doesn't work, you try something else. Just like when I was writing books. I wrote 100 books and only 10 made money. I'm being jailed. They think our corner, I'm working. Well, I'm not sure. Cookies are going to put you in jail. I'd be in jail. They think own corner, I'm working. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I see. I go for walks too. Wish I, and that feedback, get in front of, and that's what's great about social media. You could do a Instagram or Facebook, you do a Facebook group, and sure, now nobody's going to be there at first, but so how are you going to get people to look at it, okay? That's what you have to do. You have to be creative. You have to be more creative in getting people to know about your product than you have to be in doing the product. And that's what America is about. So you have to do that. And you don't have to be a crazy fool like me. You be yourself. People like people who are themselves. See, being crazy that's natural to me. That's why it works. Yeah, I love doing it. Yeah, but if you don't love being acted, that's okay. You act like you are good at acting. What is natural to you, it will be more electric to attract people than trying to be someone that you're not, because you think that works. It may work for the idiot who loves being that way, but it won't work for you. So what you have to do is act like you. That's what attracts people, and that you have to think of new creative ways to do that every single day. Every new day is a new adventure. Whatever worked yesterday ain't gonna work today, so you gotta try something new. And when you try something new, that gives you new feedback to learn about trying something else new. Unfortunately, I think that's what life is about. You can't get a degree, get a job, and retire in 30 years. I think those days are over, particularly now during the COVID. Certainly get skills is important, but to go and get a degree now, unless you want to become a professor or work for a big corporation, there's enough ways to hustle now and generate income. Try the programs that are out there that help you do that. Try the programs that are out there that help you decide and help you think through ideas. The free consulting that's out there from government employees. You're in financial states, there's free help to get you out of that debt and to understand the rules and whatever. You're worried about getting evicted, there's free legal help. See, all these kind of free services. People looking for a grant, but look for those free services too, because they could get you out of that trouble, get rid of that debt, get rid of that bill you owe without you having to find a grant. There's other legal ways to do that, and you could find those through the free services. That's why everybody wants to get money. No, if I could show you how to get business and start getting income for $100,000 a year and do it forever and over again, that's better than trying to find out getting a $100,000 grant, which may or may not happen. The other one is has a higher degree of possibility. Somebody waving at me. Who's that guy? Okay, guys, I'm getting cold. Now, the problem is sitting down on the steps here, which at my age is getting up. Getting down was easy. Getting up and getting that body to move again, because this body has to keep moving in order to keep moving. once it sits for a long time, oh, the muscles forget about doing that. Hello from Alabama, Teresa, thank you. So let's go help if I could help you. If not, look at old videos here, and I'm going to put in the description how to find the local stuff, how to set up Google Grants, how to talk to experts in the government. What do you say when you call a government office and ask for free money and they tell you go blow it out your butt or whatever? That's okay. You have to ask, and the key there is don't ask for money, ask for help. So all these kinds of tips that you don't even need to give me any money to learn, they will be in the description when I get back home. And tomorrow I hope to talk about how to get government cash that's owed to your relatives, how to find the government money that is owed from the government to your relatives, and then to show them, hey, here's $1,500, here's a Christmas thing. Put it in an envelope, put it on the Christmas tree for them. Wow, he gave me $1,500 I didn't know about. See, and that is a great way to give Christmas presents. Talk to you later.